Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It's the start of our first sea day.
Yes.
As we head off across the Atlantic proper. And the clocks have gone back an hour.
They have.
And as a result of that,
We were up super early.
we were up early. And we're in time to go to the main restaurant for breakfast.
I know, that's the first, isn't it?
So, let's go.
Let's go.
So I've just snuck in before breakfast has started. It's all empty. I left Mel downstairs queuing. We've got a window seat. Hey. We avoided the first in though.
Right, so we got here about 7:45 this morning. We were up super early. And we put our names down, but we didn't really need to for the virtual queue.
Yeah, you don't need to put your
You
name down.
don't, you just queue basically. But we just got straight in. Wasn't a big queue.
It looked like a big queue, but it went pretty fast.
Yeah. And even if you ask for a table for two, you're basically putting a row of like tables for two with like a quarter of an inch between each other.
They didn't actually open by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to put to the test and ask if they got Marmite.
I can hear people behind you wanting as well.
Are they? So I'm going to go for their poached eggs.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
What do you think I was going to have?
Full cup breakfast.
No, poached eggs. Toast and fruit salad.
There's quite a bit of choice. I think I may have fresh fruit salad or a fresh fruit plate, a ham and cheese or ham and mushroom omelette and some toast. But I'm very tempted by the buttermilk pancakes. And I think we may have to come here more than once, Marcus, if we're up. Yeah, definitely. Got a few plates.
I nearly forgot to film. I got the poached eggs, and Mel's got the omelette, mushroom omelette.
So just to say, I think the breakfast was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was nice. Tips: if you want a lot of tea, get a pot of tea because it takes a while for everyone to go round and have a cup of tea and then
My
come
mum
round
might
again.
never turned up.
No, your mum might never turned up. The omelette was good. You could have had a little bit more finesse. I don't know. I like both. It had sauteed potatoes and a few slices of potato, like literally like one baby potato sliced. But
Overall, it was quite nice though.
I know I'm being super picky here.
Yeah.
And as somebody said to me, "Are you food connoisseurs?" Some comment. Yes, I am actually. I am a food connoisseur. But on Cunard, you do expect slightly more elevated cuisine on the. But I know at these prices you can't complain.
We may have shown this bit of the ship in our last video. It's at the front of the ship. I think I was on deck 2. Below the Royal Court Theatre, there's a little staircase. And they've got these chairs by the windows. You can sit there, relax, watch the world go by, or watch the sea go by. It's actually on the approach to the Illuminations Theatre. We just come across this section, deck 2 at the front, and it's about Cunard during the war, about troop carried and things like that. And what's this? Questions. And at the front of deck 2, there's a little area. She mentioned it's called Connections or something, where you can get coffee. And we were recommended the coffee here by an American lady that was sitting next to us at breakfast. Should we try it? I may try a cup actually. I've been promoted to head of operations for Cunard. It's my new desk.
I was going to say AO of the year.
I think you're probably right with that one, actually.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it better coffee?
Yeah, it's quite smooth, actually. This little area where you can get the coffee at the front of the ship, deck 2, connections.
I've got the patience.
Just take one piece.
Oh, I just like to overboard.
Right. So we're now off to a very exciting place, the library. But finding your way around is a bit of a maze, this ship. You think you're going down a passenger corridor, but you are, but at the end is the library, trust me. So one side they got the bookstore and the other the library.
These are cute.
And it's right at the front of the ship on deck 8. But nice views as well. Well, we briefly popped in here last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
So Samuel's. But they got the cakes out this morning.
Some of them.
Well, we're both relaxing in the chart room.
Yeah.
Mel's going to go to where? Line dancing. Guess what I'm going to do?
Sleep?
Actually, there's a thing at 11 o'clock about the BFI.
Oh yeah, shall I
What's
meet you
on?
there?
Yeah.
I'll meet you there. Get me a
Okay.
seat. I'll try and spot you.
Okay.
Amongst all the other men with grey hair and grey beards.
Cheek.
Yeah, so we'll be running lots of different workshops throughout the week, covering all aspects of filmmaking, from acting, which is happening in half an hour, to storytelling, script writing, stop motion, etc.
So we've just been to the Royal Court Theatre for the start of the BFI Film Festival at Sea.
Yeah.
And the courses, little workshop, not courses, little workshops.
Yes.
And we've signed up for the first one tomorrow, Filmmaking 101.
Filmmaking 101. Oh, even 101 filmmaking.
We need some help.
You need help. And of course, Mark has said, I'm always interfering in his films. In his
Yeah, Mel's
videos.
coming along now.
I need to have some experience and do a course. I had to point out to him, I have got a degree in multimedia
Yeah,
studies.
come on.
To
Yeah.
him, so I am
I want
qualified
to
than
see
him.
her effort tomorrow.
I am more qualified than him.
She'll put Steven Spielberg out of business for good. Well, good evening.
Good evening.
As you can tell, it's formal night.
It is.
Although actually I dress like this every night.
You do.
And we're going for dinner in the main dining room. Mm-hmm. We're not going to take this camera, we'll just use our phones. It's more discreet.
Yes.
And tomorrow we're booked in for one of the BFI
Yeah, we are.
Filmmaking 101. So look forward to that.
Yes.
But tonight is all about
Glamour.
glamour.
Glitz.
Not that you can tell by looking at me.
No. Nice food.
I've got that neck.
Yeah, we know that. And the theme tonight is black and white.
Yeah.
Now. So I've got a little bit white on.
Yeah.
Like-
So let's go. Let's go. Well, good morning from somewhere on the North Atlantic on our second sea day. Well, last night was gala night. That was pretty good, to be honest. The food was better than we remembered. By the way, you can tell you're not in the Caribbean. Look at it. It got quite rough last night. It's calmed off a bit now. So today we've got a talk from Miranda Richardson, the actress. also an underwater cameraman, and I'm going to the first BFI workshop, and it's filmmaking 101. And as you can tell, if you watch any of my videos, I need some help. Anyway, we'll see you later. So for our second breakfast, we're in the buffet. And what I like about the buffet on Cunard, all the tables are laid for you. You don't have to faff around with getting knives and forks and stuff like that. And they're coming around with tea and coffee as well. Mel was complaining we're miles away from the buffet. It's the only exercise we're getting, walking back and forth.
So, starting the way healthy.
Oh, you got fruit.
Great fruit.
Oh, thank you.
Because you were complaining you couldn't get grapefruit.
Thank you, Mel.
Is that okay?
And there's the oat milk.
Oh, lovely.
We always start healthy, don't we?
Yeah.
With fruit. But then when you get up there at the buffet itself, you see all the bacon and the beans and you get tempted. Well, I do.
You do fried bread and hash browns.
While you're on holiday, what do you do? Right, this is serious. There's no baked beans. No baked beans in sight. Whether that's the day. Where are the beans, for God's sake? And also, once you serve me the rolls, you chuck the roll in the pan of tomato sauce. Actually, before I go back to the room, I'm going to nip out to the bow of the ship. I think it's going to be windy. So I'm now at the front of the ship. It's not too windy actually, and the sun is trying to come out. By the way, those things aren't sculptures, they're spare propeller blades. We've briefly come back to the cabin, and the sun's out, and there's a bit of warmth to that sun as well. So out on the balcony, pretty nice, but relaxing, not too bad. By the way, we have got the internet on this trip, but what Mel has bought to try is the Red Bull eSIM, not sponsored. It connects to the maritime network, and it seems to be working okay. It's not suitable for streaming or anything like that, but if you want to get emails and just messages, it's pretty good, and it's a fraction of the price of the internet. I'm going to sit here for 10 minutes, enjoying the sun, before I go to the talk from the underwater cameraman. That's at 10. The Queen Mary 2 does have a casino, but it's not in the same league as the American ships. It's really small in comparison. It's got about 6 tables, gaming tables, a small bar, and about a dozen machines. So I was a bit sidetracked by the casino. I'm now off to the Illuminations Theatre to watch that underwater cameraman. Well, good evening.
Good evening.
We're back in the cabin. It's all rush tonight. We got a really early dinner booked in Bamboo, which is the Asian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like a pop-up restaurant. And by the way, today we did the BFI talks.
Yeah.
And then I did a BFI workshop, Filmmaking 101. Then we entered the BFI
Film Festival
quiz.
Look,
and
okay.
guess who won?
Thought you were going to go through the different things by who we saw and what you did, and then
Oh yeah,
quiz.
who we saw. We saw
Okay, so first you saw
Underwater cameraman.
What's his name?
Valentine.
And he worked on James Bond
a lot of
films?
James Bond films, Train Spotting and things like that.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was interesting. Then we saw Miranda Richardson,
Queenie, and Blackadder.
yeah, and lots of other things.
It always felt to me like Blackadder 2 was an incredible kind of ensemble cast. You've got Rick Mail and Rowan and people.
Well, Rick didn't appear that often, of course, and he was kind of like a separatist movement. I mean, Rick would come in and do Rick, and people just went, okay, like the blue touch paper and back away, kind of thing, which was fun. But we had fun, just mucking about in the rehearsal rooms, which are now sadly gone, the old BBC rehearsal rooms, and playing frisbee in the lunch break. And I remember that frisbee used to go out of the window, and we were something like 17 floors up, so somebody had to go down and pick it up from the blue, if this means anything to anybody, the blue Peter Garden, if they're in, and we just hit the statue of Petra, the dog, on the head, and somebody was very angry, and we all got wrapped over the knuckles for that.
And she was very
Then I
good.
went to the filmmaking workshop.
What was that like? Wait a minute, what was the filmmaking workshop like? It was 2 hours.
It was interesting. It was quite basic, but it was interesting.
Okay.
Then we did the quiz
Yes.
with a few other people,
And
6 of the team.
Yeah, and we won.
We won, yeah.
Yeah.
We beat the film directors.
Film directors. So we're like, hooray!
Yeah, so that was good.
There's another film quiz later on, I think.
Yeah,
A BFI
a
film
return
quiz.
match.
And we won a goodie bag. Look. Goodie bag. With a lot of useful things in there.
Anyway,
Like a Moana hat. Yay!
we have to rush because we've got dinner.
Let Mel talk.
We're already
Marcus,
5
let
minutes.
Mel talk.
Already 5 minutes late.
That's your fault, isn't it?
So we'll probably see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.